See, you know what? I don't want to say you
look
but you're looking good. you got a beard shaping up. You have the persona expanding. That's very good.
Yeah, you still look the same too. You know, some of your friends.
The only thing is he eats GB with a spoon. That's not cultural.
Oh, he does?
Yeah.
No. I eat it with my hand. But I eat quicker or GB though.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, of course, medical advice.
Yes.
Okay. Quicker or GB?
Yeah. You do it like deeper.
Okay.
You put you grind it. You put the hot water in it, and there you go.
Okay.
No, okay.
You have your GB.
But it's great.
I eat it once a week. No, things are okay. I was doing good. I'm doing good, and the family's doing good. The kids are growing up, and everything else. I lost my mom last year.
Oh.
Yeah, June 30, and then I lost my father-in-law immediately after that.
Wow.
But other than that, I'm good.
Our sympathies.
No problem. I'm good in spirit, and I'm very happy to be here.
Since the start of this government, what have you been doing?
In the private sector.
We're all looking up for the name Brownie Sumakai to surface.
No. Service is more important than a job. When I came out of college, I was looking for a job.
Okay.
But I haven't worked for over 40 years.
Wow.
Now it's service time. Time to render service. The accumulation of your experience, education, you want to bring it to bear to the country for the benefit of the other young people that are coming up. So that's what I've been trying to do.
The Presidential Committee on the Yellow Machine, tell us how did it come about? Historicize, what call did you get, a prior notice? How did you greet the conversation with His Excellency? Did it come from the President? Where did it come from? Who initiated this conversation? And how did you accept it? How did you greet it? Because we look for where you did.
Well, that's a full loaded question. Yeah. But that's good though. I guess about a year or thereabout, there were discussions about the yellow machines, beginning with some visitors who had come from South Africa, and they are offered through a context for the to provide a yellow machine at a cost that people found very prohibitive. So the president decided to review this whole initiative and place it in the hands of the vice president. And the vice president made a trip to China along with other officials and talked directly with the factories that they were concerned about. And I understand the bidding process came in that led to the winner of the bid. So we went back to China to make sure the specifications of the machines were definitely what Liberia wanted. First, the price dropped from over $80 million to about $22 million. At the same quantity of machine, similar quality.
Similar spec.
Yeah, similar spec, similar agreement with spare parts, with training opportunities, and to have experts come on the ground to make sure that they are here when the machines arrive, to make sure for the next several months or thereabouts, there can be spare parts and technocrats on the ground. So that's where they were, and they placed in the order for the machines. I was asked about the financial arrangement. I told them I don't know anything about it. That was not part of my knowledge to know much. Okay. So I was asked whether I wanted to oversee this whole project. I listened to the context. I listened and
you were asked by who?
I was asked by the vice president.
Okay.
To see what I would consider this possibility because it was being discussed. And then I think he took the message back. Yes, I'll be in the position to provide services to my country through this particular endeavor, and I think I agree with the intent of the president.
Were there preconditions?
No.
Did you ask questions about what am I getting into?
No, I didn't ask questions about what I was getting into. I think the question that I asked was simply to give the machine a fuller support. Because if we have the availability of the machine and we're going to have the funding to make the machine to be more efficient and effective, we don't maintain those machines, we're not able to replenish spare parts, it will become a challenge. And I think I got a full commitment of the government to go and do so.
So all of us here, we are new to this. Think about the head of the presidential committee, on Yellow Machine. What is this committee all about? What is this body all about? What are you going to do? What are the do's and the don'ts?
Okay, so a presentation, a couple of meetings took place in which a presentation was made as to how we see achieving the objective of the president, the objective and intent of the Yellow Machines. First, by setting up a board that will be the supervisory arm and create an implementation body. So the board that was created was called the Yellow Machine Board of Authority, which is now chaired by the Minister of State for Presidential Affairs, and include the Minister of Finance, Minister of Public Works, Minister of Internal Affairs, Minister of Defense, GSE, Minister of Agriculture, and I serve as the Secretary to the board. Then you have the Special Presidential Coordinating Committee. That is the implementing arm of the board. That is we, in the yellow jacket you see us. We will implement whatever the decisions are to support, maintain, manage, and sustain the operations in an efficient way of these yellow machines that have been brought. I just want to make a quick distinction here. Yellow machines simply was a concept that came out, and I think the media pick up on that one word, yellow.
Okay.
And so it's been called yellow machine. But it could be a white truck, white pickup that you people saw. It doesn't have to have.
It could be
Orange.
orange.
I saw orange. Yeah.
Well, no, we don't have orange. That one was part of the. Well, part of one of those who imported something into the country that came along the ship.
Okay.
And so the committee works. The president appointed me as the executive chairperson and national coordinator for the Special Presidential Project Committee. And then secondly, he appointed 3 deputies, one deputy for technical services, one for operation, and one for administration. Then there's an assistant coordinator, also for policy and general services. And then we have a handful of staff. There's administrative and technical people who will be collecting data. The announcement has gone out, providing vacancies for those. Then you have the mechanism through which we quickly met and we organized and made a proposal that was presented to pretty much the same board. And the board discussed and deliberated on what we call immediate expenses. That is before the arrival of the ship. The ship was just about what? About 2 weeks into our appointment when the ships were just about arriving. And so we had to immediately make sure that the delivery order for that, the shipping charges, the charter, tractor heads, low bed, and all those kinds of equipment was definitely needed. So the board approved some funding for the next immediate and then 90 days, about 900,000 and change.
Okay.
And so most of those money went out into the expenditure for that, as well as some of the minimum staff that are being hosted. And so we were able to clear out all of the machine, with the exception of the last batch, which is going to be cleared out today as I speak to you. About 11 different machines will be remaining. Now, when I say machines, it's a combination of earth moving equipment, it's a combination of trucks, it's a combination of dump trucks, but we can't be taking all the time to explain the breakdown. So it's just the machines, yellow machines. So it's not just earth moving equipment, but also other machines that support this entire project.
Yeah, because
So the total is how many pieces?
The total is 285 pieces plus 20 white pickups.
It's what came in.
Yes, it's what came into the country. No, what came into the country is 137.
137.
Yeah, including the 20 white pickups.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you say machine and then you say pickup, you say yeah. It's a whole bundle. It's a whole bundle of of equipment that will be utilized on the road project.
I think the clarification, because somebody called on Friday that, but the government said they're bringing yellow machine. I'm seeing white pickup.
Yeah, they're looking too much at the antics. Just the little things that I can't be spelling every color. The chain is blue.
Okay.
The front part is red. The other one is green. We just take it as a package of equipment that will be utilized to support the road construction work. Because if you put a bulldozer, you can't finish the road. You will need a dump truck to bring that. And you need a front end loader to be able to do that. You need a grader, you need a compactor. Then you need a water truck. Then you need a fuel truck. Then you need a service truck. So all of these different things, we just bundle it and call it yellow machines.
Where are they currently?
They are
The 100 plus equipment.
the 137 plus equipment will be temporarily located at Camway Military Facility, which is out there in Kingsburg.
Is that where all of them are currently?
Yes, that's
Okay.
where all of them, and that's where all of them will be once the rest of the
So
machines
137 is currently in country?
Yes.
And the remainder, when will they arrive?
168 should be arriving before the end of this month or thereabout.
Okay.
They are on their way right now. They've been shipped and they are on their way right now. We just hope whatever is happening globally will not affect the path at which the ship is going to come on.
Now, a lot of us, before we talk about the specifics about dispatch, when timelines, when works will kickstart, I know we play post to
The Minister of Information, the Public Works.
the public works minister, and of course we've seen publications, on the official site of the executive mansion, talking about jobs.
Yes.
For people that apply for jobs.
Yes.
That's one of what Liberians are interested in.
Right.
You care to go through the specifics about jobs?
Yes. All of the machines and trucks and equipment that have been brought will require operators.
Okay.
So each of the counties, first of all, will have a set. A set of equipment is 19 pieces of equipment.
Okay.
Will go to each and every one of the counties in our country. However, 4 of those counties will have 2 sets.
Okay. A little more.
Yes, 2 sets in terms because of the size and the land space. That's going to be Bong, Lofa, Nimba, and Grand Bassa. So they'll have 2 sets each of 19, which is 38. The others will have 1 set of 19.
Okay.
So then it will provide them an opportunity to get the work done. Each of those locations will have what they call a hub.
Okay.
That means where the machines are going to be hosted initially, because most of the time they will be in the field. So initially they're going to be hosted in those hubs, and then finally get out to go and do the work that they need to do. So those hubs, in its full context, it comprise multiple buildings and multiple facilities. But given the time constraint that we have and funding that may be a challenge later on, it's very costly when you're doing the hubs. Very, very, very costly. Yes, it ranges anywhere from 498,000 to about 700
Per hub?
Per hub.
Why is it so expensive?
That's the estimate of the experts.
It includes what?
They include the buildings. I mean, these are huge, long buildings that are meant to host all of the equipment so that there's no rain coming in, there's no mud going on it, to secure those multi-million-dollar equipment. Then there's a maintenance hub where the machines will be serviced, and there's an office, there's a facility. Then there's a fuel farm, or what you call tank farm, where you're going to have 10,000 gallon capacity on one side, 5,000 gallon capacity on the other side. Then you have a workshop. So it's a whole creation. It's a very big.
I'm sure there will be residency there too.
Yes, there is residency on one of those. Another one doesn't have a residency, and that one is about 400 and change, 400,000 and change. So the Ministry of Public Works have done the design of the full complement of the hub, and then the government asks the Ministry of Defense engineering capacity of the AFL to see if they too can do a design. So their design is about similar to what both have, and they have variation in prices. So with funding available, we can go max, or we can go what the AFL have proposed. But for now, in our immediacy, what we're trying to do is to make sure that we have some basic things done. That is, in the counties, beginning March 1 from yesterday to the 31st, the superintendents of all of the counties through the Minister of Local Government will be asked to identify with the site engineer in the counties, but mainly with the superintendent of local government, led by the superintendent, to identify those roads, those towns, those villages, those farms that would like us to link and open up. And once that identification is made, Public Works is going, their representative there will do a design of it and do a costing of it and hold on to that costing after April 1st to about probably the end of April, somewhere in May. When they have done with it, then they'll make a presentation to the chain, and the decision will be taken by the Yellow Machine Board of Authority. And that will instruct the Special Coordinating Committee to go ahead and execute, meaning we can now go ahead with the program. So the machines will be here all that time. We'll be going through servicing at Camp Work. And once all of the machines have arrived in the country, in such a large-scale investment, usually there's a commissioning of the activity. So in this particular case, His Excellency will be asked to kindly commission the movement of these machines. He will inspect the machines, make sure they are correct in all of the different specifications given what have been signed in the contract. And then after that, he will issue an order for us to now go ahead and deploy. There's a deployment plan that is in the works right now. And by the time the deployment plan is ready, the hubs are being built, all the machines are here, it's being commissioned, and then we'll start to move those machines. So the machines between now and October 31st will be distributed throughout the 15 counties and the 19 hubs that we're talking about.
I heard you, Mr. Sumakai, mentioned that 2 sets could be given based on county size.
No, they have already been identified. 2 sets for these 4 counties.
But Monrovia is also a big county, and there are other. I mean, roads are not all in Monrovia. Why not Monrovia also?
Well, it is important to notice that as big as Monrovia is, the rest of the county have like more farmland than Monrovia County. So that's the farmland the president. There's the towns and villages the president is talking about. If you look in Monrovia, there are many roads. You can access Monrovia from anywhere you want, even going as far as Tony, if you choose to. But in the countryside, by the time you reach a certain point, if the vehicle stops, you can only take a motorbike. Even at that, it's in a very, very tough state. It's just like if you were trying to go to Wahasa in the Kolahun district.
Okay.
I mean, you got to walk.
Wow.
Yes, you have to walk a very long. You walk a really long distance. There's not a place where you go and come back. And then the motorbike that's taking you halfway along the way, it's a long distance. The roads are not good. And there's a lot of agricultural potential over there. There's a lot of agricultural potential.
So that's what I thought, that the equipment would have been given based on how critical, the roads are.
And the size of the county.
Because the case with Monrovia, the case with Monrovia rather, is bigger in size, but we don't have much of a road issue. I stand to be corrected.
Yeah, absolutely correct.
So I would have thought, I'm just, I would have thought that would have been based on how critical those things are.
Monrovia only have one set.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Monrovia has one set. Bomi has one set. Bapulu has one set. Kipling has one set.
Okay.
Magibi has pretty much one set.
Oh.
Then you go to the larger counties, Lofa, Bong itself, and Nimba County and Grand Bassa.
Okay.
So they have 2 sets each.
Okay.
And that's a lot of equipment if you talk about it. I think the most important thing is to make sure that the right policies, we start the right policies in place. For example, the maintenance policy. How frequent, the level of frequency, and the consistency of it to maintain efficient operations. Secondly, to make sure that the spare parts are available from a plant, from a company that will make sure that those are genuine parts to be procured for those equipment so that they don't break down somewhere.
So let's go back to job. I'm not sure we
Yeah, I know. I come to the job issue now.
Yeah.
So with all of these machines, you need 2 operators, for example. Let me just give you one counter, for example. So you take one counter, you have some of the earth-moving equipment, the Caterpillar, the excavator, the motor grader. You will need 2 operators to operate those machines and 2 assistants. So that's 4. So if you were to do a multiplier going maximum, you realize that you have about 31 or thereabout full operators and about 32 assistants. And those assistants will be there. So if you add both, you're talking about 63 persons in the county. And if you take the 15 counties or the 19 hubs that are there, you'll be arriving about 1,134. In some instances, the total to be hired will be 1,342 persons.
Wow.
Yeah, and all of these hiring will be done in the counties.
Okay.
So our first instance will be to go to the county and announce the vacancies that are expected. And we hope that applicants will be living in the county so that it goes to benefit the people of the county. We will only look outside of the county. If the capacity that we need are not available in the county, then we look outside to see which county has more, those who have been successful, and that county has its own 4 quarter, and then those individuals who are willing to go to those counties to live and work may be considered. But the primary beneficiaries will be the beneficiaries of the counties who are trained that can meet the standard of qualification. Even those who've been trained before will still have to go through some kind of orientation on these machines that we are using, and that's why we have the experts on the ground.
Because they are new technologies.
That's correct. That's correct.
And I hope, my advice is that I hope that you work with the local media there in making sure that PSAs are done so people can say, oh, Brownie never went and brought people.
No. There's no way you can bring somebody who knows nothing about a machine to, even if you want to help. You can't work on a D8 or a D9 or the front end loader or excavator if he or she is not trained, he or she is not tested, he or she have never had practice for so long a period of time. Number 1, the superintendent and local government will be extremely instrumental. Members of the legislature, those who are representative in the district, we hope will be part of the discussion in their counties, as well as the superintendent, as well as the senators in those counties, will together with the local administration make the determination through a resolution that these are the rules we want you to put a condition when you people come here. That resolution will be approved by the board, and the board will subsequently instruct the Special Presidential Committee, which is us, to go and give the support that is needed. Then we will make sure that the BOQ presented by the engineer in the county will be complied with. If he says, for example, for this particular road project, we need 2,000 gallons of fuel, X amount of hours, we need a couple of bigger bridges to go on it, we'll make sure it is done. We'll make sure the support is given to the operations that is taking place, and to make sure that those things come there in a timely manner and secure.
I'm also concerned about, there are concerns about what is the role of the MPW?
Oh, that's what I just told you. They will be able to identify their design, to be part of the design arrangement. They have the expertise for that as a local engineer from the Ministry of Public Works. They will design the machine, the road work that needs to be done. They will cost the road work that needs to be done. And we, upon approval by the board, will be the ones to supply it and ensure that that work gets done efficiently. And to ensure that the machine does not deviate to go to anybody's farm. To ensure that the machine is not used for any private purpose, for whatever reason it is. To ensure that there's consistency in the execution of the work that will be done. We have a counter coordinator from us, from the special committee, who will make sure that those machines stick to the mission given them. We consider these machines to be mission-oriented machines, mission-oriented equipment. That the intent of the commander-in-chief is what drives the mission. And it's to achieve the mission for which the commander-in-chief wants.
From the look of things, it looks like the latter part of this year or early next year, we should see those equipment or machines in different parts of Liberia.
Yes. As a matter of fact, between now and the 31st of October, or immediately after the end of that month, these machines should be positioned in the counties. By then, we'll take the machines, one set of 19, and move them to county A, county B, county C, likewise until all of the counties are covered with the machines. And there will be a launching time that has been talked about and being planned. It has not yet been approved. But yes, it will be done in a way that the whole country will be seized that the other machines have begun to work.
What is the timeline in recruiting the more than 1,000 persons who are supposed to carry out different works associated with the yellow machines?
The announcement is being worked on right now, and once the announcement is completed, it will be, like you said, using the community-based radios in the different political subdivisions, where they announce it to the public, the following vacancies in the following location and the following person qualification are needed. We are planning to have the offices of the superintendent utilized, where they will drop off their application forms. And once it is the deadline is completed, we then have the application form brought to Monrovia, where it will be collated and determined, apportioned in a way that the recruiting team will go up and administer the testing and make a determination therefrom.
I mean, there could be insincerity along the way. I heard you talk about if a Danisha wants to be a part, he must be residing in the county. I mean, I'm from Grand Cru, I come from Monrovia and say I'm living in Grand Cru.
You go to Grand Cru to apply.
Okay. So that
yes, you can't apply from here for Grand Cru or for here for Nimba or for Montserrat, or for Maryland or Lofa or Bapulu. No, you must be in the county in order to make your application.
Sounds like Lisgis.
Yeah.
I hope. What about public relations?
Yes. We will begin the public relations as soon as we have some communication. We're working on a communication strategy to get it out. You won't be seeing me, after some time. After the machine is launched, you have the communication expert working along with you, letting the public know what's going on. We're on a maintenance plan. We're doing this. We're doing that. We're going to be deployed as soon as the time to the location. We're going to be deployed. These are the roads that have been identified by county A, B, and C, and the whole 9 yards about it. And then after which, you will be told on a regular basis what the machines are doing and how critical they are to us.
I was concerned about a specific point that you raised. For instance, if I living in Blowing community, or let's just say Snapper Hill, Benson Street, assuming that this was an unpaved area, no asphalt pavement, that runs from the top of the embassy all the way to Benson and the bypass area. And we are all residents, and okay, the machines are here, the equipment are here, our roads are bad. One collect smoke, one buy fuel, one buy,
No.
Can you help us to do that?
No, there's no buying of fuel. We will have all of the capacities at that time in order for a decision to be made to move the machine to do the road. We don't need the public to give us money. We don't need the public to help us. In terms of security of this equipment, yes, we need the help of the public. in terms of ensuring that if the machines are going the wrong way, meaning doing something that you don't expect them to do, we expect you to complain. We expect you to let us know what is happening. But other than that, no. The government would not expect any community to donate money to help in the process.
We want the public to as well have more engagement in the next 15 minutes, right, Denisha? We may not have asked all of the questions. Brownie Sumakai is here, the Yellow Machine Man, and of course, we can ask all of our questions. We may not have asked all of the questions. So we want to throw it now to the public to be able to participate. Brownie Sumakai is here. You can call in.
Just before the call, just a question.
Let me just announce the numbers after you and his response. Then we can go to the line. 777-40-40-10. 777-40-40-10. If you overseas and you have a specific concerns in relations to what he is talking about, you can call. Do not ask him anything outside of his work. Please do not call and ask anything outside of his work. Yeah, so we want to emphasize.
But I mean, maybe I will kindly beg to just slip off in one of my questions.
Okay, then with that I can amend.
Yeah, because
I think
this is a rare in the moment that you got to speak to Brownie Sumakai, the former defense minister. I mean, you may not get the chance anytime soon. So when you in journalism, when you get a chance, you ask all the hard questions.
The next time, maybe he could be in the bush.
On
the phone from.
So the first one is one of my colleagues or a journalist also concerned that the vacancies put out there did not include qualifications. I mean, for example, say if you want a media person, do you want 1 year experience, 2 year? I mean, and then even with the heavy duty drivers, the procurement people, you just put out the vacancies without qualifications.
Well, that's what you have to convince us of your skill set.
Okay.
So you present your skill set.
Okay.
Let us know your skill set, where you're strong. If I'm a Caterpillar driver, for an example, I cannot apply in the context of going to become an administrative secretary. Now, if you have a skill set to be a journalist, you tell us. You tell us you have X amount of years of experience, you work here, you work there, you've done these kind of media relations work.
Okay.
Yes, that is the skill set you bring to the table. So tell us what the document is telling us. Tell us about you. So don't go to AI and ask AI to do your application. All right, it doesn't tell us anything about you. So if I say,
so you don't want to limit people to say we want master or one.
No. Because it's easier to go to AI and tell AI, look, this is what I'm applying for. Can you help me to give me a qualification?
Okay.
In this particular instance, you tell us about yourself.
Okay.
Tell us who you are. Well, I'm a 1984 graduate of the University of Liberia. I also have a master's in this. I have a master's in that, bachelor in this. But I also have this wealth of experience, having worked in A, B, C, and D locations.
Which is very key.
Yeah, so for us, the skill set is more important than the degree.
Okay.
The degree supports your skill set.
Okay.
Do you have a head office?
No, not yet. Right now, we are trying to contract a building down around the street. Then you make a right going toward the Mama Point Hotel direction. The second building on your right with a small little blue gate. That is where we are presently preparing. Once all of the agreement has been completed with GSA and the client, they will move into the building.
And you will make that form, or you will let us know.
Yes, we'll make a form or let you know.
I'm thinking, why don't you exploit say the SKD, the ministerial complex, even the executive mansion for some? Why do you want to rent?
A building was identified for us that had been renovated, but it's very small, just 4 offices. So by the time 4 of us sit down, there's no place for any staff to work. Even for you to come in to have a meeting, nothing. So we chose to just for 1 year, lease a place, a facility that is reasonably adequate so that we can prepare ourselves and get ourselves running. Most of the work is going to be done in the field. We will be coordinating here locally to make sure the funding is available, to make sure the office is able to keep track of those machines that are out there, and to make sure we support them. So we are pretty much the support element.
I'm not too sure I heard you talk about the spare parts. Did they come with the spare parts?
Yes, it's coming with a good amount of spare parts that may run us for about 2 years. And then eventually we have to replenish those spare parts. It's coming with some engineers, from the manufacturer. Yeah, not from the sales, not from sales.
Okay.
From the manufacturer.
They send engineers to train.
They are already in town. They are assembling some of the machines. Some of the machine came directly from the factory. put together, tied up, and the broiler, then we'll have to assemble some of them.
Some of those areas are wetlands, and traveling in the forested areas, you see machines break down, and they have to wait for another equipment to push them from pull it out. Do we have those equipment to pull them out?
Yeah,
so that just install the work.
We don't think we'll break down right now
because we are brand new.
We are brand new, but also we put in place an efficient mechanism for maintenance and servicing and availability of parts. That is why you don't want to have a contractor who doesn't know where to source the parts from, who cannot get the parts on time and doesn't have it available on time of the year. So you want to make sure that you source it in a way to sustain, and you must have a program of maintenance.
No, I was speaking in the aspect of
hitching. That's a hitching part.
Okay.
So you got to do these things in order for the machine not to get stuck.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to, but we do have the capacity to pull our machines out.
Okay.
So two questions for me, and then maybe if Kevin is done, then we go to the line. So the first one has to do with we hosted Representative Musa Asambelete, your good friend. He trusted your expertise, but he's like, well, this to have all the recruitment, the yellow machine is a whole school, and he trusts how tedious you can be, and he's hoping that he will pay you a visit. I know he has visited you. That's one of his concerns in terms of rolling out the applications. You should have done it sooner than now.
Right.
The other one has to do with, where does all this leave your ambition? You've announced you want to be senator. Does that project you in a bigger, position if this whole yellow machine is successful, or you sticking to your senatorial bid?
No, my senatorial bid has nothing to do with the work the government has given me. It's for the Liberian people.
Okay.
It's for anybody and everybody else. It doesn't matter what party. The machine don't have a party name. What they have is a county flag.
Okay.
All of the machines came with the county flags. That's what the machine is identified as, to do a job.
Okay.
It got nothing to do with my political ambition.
Okay.
Well, if it benefits my ambition, that's fine, but it is not focus of that. The focus is the intent of the president to have the machine utilized in the different counties for the benefit of the people of that county. Okay. So that collectively, Liberia will be accessible to all of the towns and villages.
Okay. Then the village is concerned about how tedious managing these yellow machines.
Yes, it is very tedious because we depend fully on the support of the national legislature. Because without their full support, it will be a very difficult task to carry out. And we were very thankful when the speaker led his colleagues for the launching of the machine out of the Freeport for every Liberian to see. We were very, very pleased that he was able to personally lead his colleagues. And we appreciate that, and we look forward to that kind of cooperation and support. Down the road, we'll begin to request for funding to support these machines. Now, the key thing to these kind of efforts is we cannot wait for things to be post-environment.
Okay.
So we have to anticipate the nature of work that needs to be done in advance of the machine going to do its work. The machine cannot get there and wait for us to process the paper for 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks. So that is the reason why all of this strategy has been made so that things are provided to in lead time for us to be prepared for the work. So definitely, no, we will not sit there and let bureaucracy, and that is why we're working very, very, very hard to make sure that we can anticipate the nature of work. We can anticipate how many hours of work, and while we're waiting for the engineer to make the final determination, we're using a skill to determine how many hours, how many fuel will be needed, when there will be replenishment. We can anticipate that and provide a budget for that to happen, so that when it comes out, like Kevin said, what if the tire get flat? Well, we have already anticipated that when the tire get flat, this is what we're going to do. This is what it's going to cost, and this is what we need to do, and the money is available.
His name is Brownie Sumakai. He's the head of the presidential yellow machine. Our names are Danicius Mate, and I'm Kelvin Demi. I'd like to recognize our colleagues streaming live this program right here on Prime FM 105.5, DN News Liberia, Closing Argument, Vision TV, Terria Online, Marco right? Terria Online Television, Smile TV Liberia, Report 231, Focus Online News, and Front Page Africa are the ones streaming live this program. We are stretching towards 10:30. We want to recognize all of the affiliate stations that are carrying this program live. We'll find some time in between to read out your comments. But let's go to the lines and hear from our callers. Not more than a minute, please. Mr. Samukai is going to write down those concerns, your name, where you call from, and just be straight to the point. 777-40-40-10. 404010. Let's hear from our first caller on the line. Good morning, Prime FM. Your name and where you call from?
Unknown caller.
Okay, let's hear from this caller. Good morning. Yes.
Can you tune the radio down?
Can you tune the radio down, sir?
Yeah, I'm done already.
Go ahead.
So this is Mr. Jacob Steele calling from Onboard Taxi.
Go ahead, my brother.
So I want to thank Brownie Sumakai for his splendid explanation on the functions of the work appointed to do take evaluation for his experiment.
Thank you,
But
Jacob.
I want to get some clarity on the issue of national concern. We know that the Ministry of Public Works was created by the Act of Legislature for the purpose of maintaining roads, building roads, and also using equipment that will be brought in by the government. Having known that, we see that the equipment have been brought in, and then a committee then set up. So I want to know the relations between the committee set up and that of the public works in relation to the usage of them and the maintenance and building of roads in that area.
Okay, thank you. Let's hear from the next caller on the line.
From overseas.
Yeah,
Good morning.
777-4040-10 is both local and on WhatsApp. Good morning.
Caller.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, Kelvin. My name is Frank Gibson and I call from Parish.
Hey, Fred, go ahead, my brother.
Thank you very much. You know, the minister in studio, I think he's trying to play the laser games. You know, in the village, the people say when you get a laser tongue, that means you don't say one thing at a time. Every time you change your story. The same minister was on another platform last night.
Mm-hmm.
He said each county was going to carry 15 yellow machines.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the United Party government told the Liberian people they were bringing 285 earth-moving machines.
Mm-hmm.
And earth-moving machine does not include paper trucks. It does not include trucks that will be taking people around. Earth-moving machine is 100% completed earth-moving machine. First of all, that's a lie. The United Party told the Liberian people each county was going to get 19 earth-moving machines. This minister on the show last night said 15, each county will get 15 earth-moving machines.
15 or 50?
15 or 50?
1 5.
Okay.
1 5.
Okay.
1 5 earth-moving machine. This
Okay.
minister is not truthful to the Liberian people.
Okay, you will respond to
the
that.
minister said this thing will be done in a few months. The minister confirmed that the entire 2026 we will not see those machines moving because they will not work during the rainy season. So you anticipate for the work to start at the end of October.
And which he just said.
Which he just said.
2027.
Which he said.
Now he said different people.
Which you just said, I actually that.
He said 2026
Actually,
October. That's when they
Yeah.
anticipate that work will actually start in earnest.
Okay, let's take.
Let me. I'm sorry.
Before I conclude, Kelvin,
Quickly.
Before I conclude, this minister will also ask whether he's doing a pro bono job. He said no. He's getting a pay as a minister. That means anything between 4 to 5 he confirmed that also. So my question here is that this minister is trying to run up here because you will possibly ask the same question that you asked.
Mm-hmm.
He's trying to promote his in Lofa County to try to run. They are trying to send more double machine in Pibon, Lofa, Nima, and Brown Basso because they want to contain the CMC. They are in those three counties.
I know you know. Yeah, Fred, you gotta hurry up now.
Yeah, and last I want to take the step to condemn the terrorist attack by the United States.
No. That one is not part of yellow machine thing. Yeah, we know it's not part of yellow machine. 777-4040-10 or both local and WhatsApp. Let's hear from this caller. Good morning.
No, I think it's important that
You want to respond to me?
respond to it.
I beg you.
Yeah, let's just do
Let's
5.
do 5. Yeah,
Okay,
good
so that's
morning.
2 now. Let's just do 5,
Yeah,
then you
good
respond.
morning.
Yes, sir.
And your guests.
Mhm.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm Prince Tamayuma. I'm calling from Tendel.
Go ahead, my brother.
Yeah, I have no reservation in the performance of the minister. I know what he can do. And my recommendation is this. Please, those that will be employed, please include the environmentalists. Because most of the time, people get into the forest and just destroy the forest, destroy some of the shrine. Those places that should be protected, there are places that are, traditionally, that are not supposed to be destroyed. So please, if you have the environmentalists on board, it will actually help to protect our environment.
It looks like you are an environmentalist.
Yeah, you want.
You environmentalist, so you want it. But thank you for your concern. Let's pick this one. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, your name and where you calling from?
Yeah, my own is water else Badro Brownie Sumakai on Lima Pacific District number 8.
Okay, let's hear you. Water battle.
So the minister and to the president of the program for the level of work. You know, we are very young. We have a lot of field roads that are not being open. So we know the minister know very well that Lima County have a lot of challenges when it comes to the road. He said no, all of our way to go very well. He saw the condition of the road in district number 5 and district number 4. So he's a man that I'm monitoring on last night.
Okay.
He performed very well. I think Frank Gizina need to just take the political cap on our head and fit the reality on the ground. The minister provided a question put to the minister said the question was of the 15 counties. But in the provided clarity that all of the 15 countries remember asking for all countries will receive the number of machines that will receive.
Thank you.
The 4 countries to receive the number.
Okay, you will respond.
Thank you. Yeah,
to that.
Thank you.
Let's take the last batch, the first batch. Yeah.
Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, we don't have the luxury of
Good morning.
Yes, Darren.
Yes.
Yeah, this is Dr. Emmett.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm calling from my brother resident this morning. Let me say good morning to the minister.
Yeah.
Questions quickly. 1. The recruitment of operators. Will they come from the direct counties?
He said that.
Or
He said that.
He said that.
Amen. You are not listening. You trying to show in. Oh yeah.
Let's
go to your second concern.
So the second question quickly.
Yeah.
Like the minister, we all know during the past regime, he was accused based on executive order and the executive not backing and he was guilty. Will he continue himself to not act on executive order and do the real thing that the president will say yes? Or will someone is a credible individual then act on executive order?
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Samukai.
Thank you.
Sorry, the people we're so used to calling Minister Samukai.
Well, I take it anyway.
Okay.
Yes. Thank all of those who asked the question, but I'd like to address Frank Gibson in the first place. Last night I was on Spawn, and while speaking about the 15 counties, I said 15 machines. Immediately I recognized what I said, and I apologized and corrected it. I said 15 counties. Yes. Okay. I said 15 counties, 19 machines. Okay. And that was clear. They even spoon cap it up at the end and explain what I meant, and they had to document themselves. So just like to make that clarification. I can understand where he's coming from. They don't trust the efforts of the government. I can understand that. I told him that's his opinion. They have the right to their opinion. They're coming from a political party base. I respect that as well. But I told them I was not on the show to talk politics and the policy of political parties. I was given a national task, so allow me to do it on the national level, regardless of what my political orientation is. So, the role of public works in the committee is very simple. It's a coordination body. That's all we are.
Frank also talk about that it's pro bono, you'll be paid.
Oh yeah, they have to be paid. Okay. It's public service. You need to pay me for my service.
I know, right?
So they asked me that, and I said yes, I will be paid. And they say how much you gonna be paid? I said like at a cabinet level. He wants me to lie. I told him the truth.
Okay. I want to be paid when I was in that position.
And when we were leaving the port at 2 o'clock the other morning, he was not there. He was sleeping. Maybe I have to speak to you now. The guys, they are at the port right now. The team is at the port, trying to ship the last 11 shipment of containers. Of equipment that have arrived. Yes, you speak, you misspeak, you correct yourself, and make sure you move on. But it's still stuck what we call stone capsule. Stone capsule. You put something in the bottle, you seal it with a message. 50 years later, somebody find it. So it's stuck in their mind. They can't move out of it. They need to get out of it. The Liberian people want their roads to be fixed. They want to make sure their machines don't break down. They want to make sure that jobs are created. They want to make sure there's disposable income for them. For example, one of the posts we're looking for is a young media person. Somebody who will be sitting in this position and be talking to their media colleagues. Somebody will go out and collect information and bring it to the public. I can't do all of the work. But now I'm doing it to set the pace, and then later on, it definitely will be. Yes, environmentalists, it is something, all these things require budget. So we have to get some funding in order for that to happen. And yes, when that funding is made available, we'll definitely look into that kind of consideration. Recruiting of qualified people, yes. What we're going to do is that first preference will be given to the counties. Our people looking for jobs, they don't want to go home. So now we're giving you an opportunity to do two things: to go home and be able to sustain yourself and your family, to be able to work. So we'll be able to do, we'll be able to do that.
Let's speak
let's take this. I've got somebody on the line. 777-40-40-10. Journalist Otavin Williams. Good morning.
Good morning, Matel and my friend and brother Kevin, including the minister in studio.
Oh, Taylor, how you doing?
I'm okay. Matel, look, the problem with us as Liberians is we politicize everything. I mean, the first thing we should do is to tell the youth, I'm not partisan to any government, and everybody, including the minister in studio. We have some shaky times, we have some friendly time on professional issues. But hey man, if somebody brought machine, tell them thank you. That's the first issue. If there are issues to say, the machine when you brought, how can we use it? How can we put the mechanism in place? That's another thing. You ask every Liberians, including the opposition or the opposition. Nobody has said bringing the machine is wrong. They have only laid emphasis on whether at mechanism. And that is why the Minister in studio is providing all of the clarity that we need. So we have to take one step.
Okay.
One step. Just thinking about the one step.
Thank you.
So finally, before I leave the studio, before I leave you on the line, let us prioritize Liberianization. The company that will have the contract for maintenance and repair, it will be a Liberian company. Those that will get on the bulldozer and the excavator or the D10, the D9, they must be Liberians. We have capable Liberians, one of the opposition, one of the imposition, one of the unity party,
or the CDC, or Thank you. Thank you. Okay, let's pick this one.
Caller number 2.
Good morning. Yes, your name and where you calling from?
Yeah, let me say good morning to you. Let me say good morning to Kelvin and the minister in the studio.
Good morning.
And I like
Brownie
Sumakai bonus when he said the work he was doing, we need pay. It is good. Yeah, you need to hold his table as well. And the thing is, Kelvin and Tanisha, one of the main things that's shivering those people within the opposition is that because they will not allow the people to come and say, we'll build rules again. No. Those lawmakers that are in the Bureau Council, they will not allow to that constituent. I don't know your rules, or your rules. No.
Okay.
My only question to Mr. Sumakai is, will office work in line with the Ministry of Public Works?
Okay.
They are working as an individual.
I mean, the mentor that he ever says we ask that question. Thank you. Let's take caller number 3 right there. Caller number 3 on the WhatsApp line.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, your name and where you calling from?
Yeah, good morning. I'm Senator Sumo calling from Capitol Hill.
Let's hear you,
Good
Zina.
morning to Kevin, Demi, and Tanisha. And also good morning to my former Minister of Defense, Robert Samuka.
Yeah, thank you.
I'd like to say a big congratulations to you for the president fast-sightedness in making you to preserve machine. I would like to short to your mic way. There are Liberians who are now crying concerning the deadline for application. I'm kind of appealing to you to please reconsider. Because a lot of them are encountered over the weekend complaining that site wasn't opening. I think it's serious, Liberians desperate, they are eager and want to apply for a job. And on the other hand, Minister Sumakai, please do not forget the engineering battalion of the armed forces of Liberia. You said a former defense minister, you know that expertise, you know that capability. And to tell me, thank God today Frank Gibson came on your line. Please allow Frank Gibson to come
My man, that one is your personal issue. Don't gotta give me a hard time. Now your personal issue, call him off. Yeah. Let's think. Now that one is your personal issue. You and your man friend.
Good morning.
His name is
Yes, your name. Where you calling from?
My name is Pony. I'm popularly known as Irresistible Pony Genium, and I speak from Monrovia. I like to say hi to Kerry, and I like to say a very big thank you to my senior brother and my dad. He has my unwavering support.
Hey, Pony, you got plenty of dad.
We heard you last year, we got your expertise, and we believe that you are the best man suited for the job. I want to have a line of questioning, and I'd like to, your ability is unquestionable, is undoubtful. My first question I have to lay out is that, was there any of the machine that break down when you came on doing parading and they removing the machine from the port? Was there any breakdown? There were other news tonight carrying that machine will break down immediately upon the arrival while trying to go to the site. My second question is that what's going to happen with those machinery in the private sectors? There are guys who survive in the private sectors and they have their machine, whether for contract, whether for sale. How are they going to adjust themselves from the private sector? And then my last question has to do with deployment. Was this machine, was it deployed by the company? Was it funded to come to Liberia? Did we hire, was it ship charter? Because we're hearing news that there was a charter ship to bring the machine to Monrovia. Or were we paid for, or on the cost by the company?
Okay, thank you.
Load put it there, be so now.
And you're the best man suited for the job.
Irresistible.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, boy.
Let's see how many you.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, good morning. Good morning. Yeah. Yeah, good morning. Go ahead.
Okay, so my name is David Warman and I'm calling from River G.
Go ahead, my brother.
Well, I want to say thank you so much for bringing my uncle in studio. Something I want to say thank you. We are looking up to you. Manage this equip.
Thank you.
Go.
It's with his network.
Hello?
It's a WhatsApp call.
Yes, a WhatsApp call. So, okay, anyway.
I think it's his network.
Yeah, hello, Jonathan. No,
Okay, I think it's called this. Let me just take this one. Then we'll take, after this one, we'll take, he will respond. Then we'll take the final batch. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, go ahead.
My name is Mark Russell
Mark Russell, calling from where?
from GSA Road.
Go ahead, Mark.
Look, let me take my hat off for Brownie Sumakai in the studio. That man, look, he's a very decent man. The man understands the workings of government. That is one of the best person the honorable the president has brought into the government. And I trust his ability to manage the yellow mission operations in this country.
Have you worked with Brownie before?
Yes, yes.
That man trained me. That
Okay.
man, I worked with him, he trained me. I was the man most powerful transport director at the Ministry of National Defense. You can ask him.
Okay.
That man taught me a lot of things about transportation.
Okay.
And I honor him at this hour of this time.
Yeah, thank you.
Let's go
Thank
to-
you for your
I
tribute.
stand to work with you as long.
Oh, now the reason why you praise
But nothing wrong with it.
Hey, for you
Nothing
to
wrong with
see
it.
that, the way when we see your thing there, then I feel my man.
For me, nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with
If
it.
we talking about that, you say, well, the man, one of the
Thank you, Mike.
So,
That man never call me.
oh, well, let's hear from Mr. Samuka, and then we take the final batch of 5. Mr. Samuka, you have 5 concerns.
Yeah, thank you very much. I think all of the concerns,
Accommodations, most
yes, I mean, they were legitimate. I mean, I appreciate the accommodation and whatever. But let me tackle the issue of application process on the line. I think the instructions were very clear. Just highlight the website and just put it in your browser.
Okay.
That's all you need to do. If there's any reason, look at your browser and see whether there's any space left in between. Then you put your space together so that all are just one.
So people have to apply online?
Yes.
Is that intent
Yeah, but
to
you gotta
test
wait now. You gotta wait.
computer literacy? Is that the intent to test computer literacy?
Yeah, if you want to work in the office, you must be computer literate.
Okay.
At least you have some knowledge on how to, go into the computer. You don't have to be a programmer. You have to know how to type your name, how to follow instructions.
This does not affect heavy duty.
No, we have not come to that yet.
Oh, okay.
The heavy duty technicians, will be given the privilege to apply based on a skill set through the counties.
Okay. Okay, the other ones are commendation. Your son commended you. So
we can go back.
So let's take the final
No,
five.
Pony have some valid concern. You took that.
Those things.
Did any of the machine break down? No, the machines are all brand new. None of them will break down. But there was a tractor head.
Emphatic. These are, manufacturer issues. It could be brand new and breakdown.
But none happened at the port, none happened while en route.
Okay.
But when one of the 31 tons, multiply 31 by 2,000, and you see how heavy the machine is. Okay. The 31 ton equipment was put on a flatbed that we rented.
Okay.
The tractor head, there's the tractor head and there's the flatbed. The connection. It couldn't fit.
Okay. Wow.
No, so it disjointed. The machine was too heavy, so it came out. And we just got another one and put it on it. So we have our own tractor here when the machine finally gets here. We'll not be renting for anybody.
Okay.
Lofa will have their own bunk, we have their own, Nimba will have their own, everybody will have their own tractor head. And they'll be able to move the machines on their own new tractor head, not used. So none of the machines have been broken, none of them broke down while en route, but the Liberia machine that we hired from here, one of them was not strong enough.
Okay.
Yeah, that was all happening at the port.
Okay.
Inside the port of Monrovia here.
So let's take the final five and then we call it a day.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning, this is an overseas caller. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you, Kevin and Danishus. My name is Kevin Kure, calling from Charlotte, North Carolina.
Okay.
I want to thank Minister Sumakai for his good work. But I heard him say that they are kind of people should arrange for spare parts. Why did they make that negotiation as part of the deal with the supplier? Because I'm telling you, if you want to look somewhere else for spare parts.
No. Okay, so just hold the line. That means someone said you misunderstood. So
just remain on the line.
Canada, we ordered for 2 years of spare parts, and they are coming along with these equipment. Yeah.
They say it has been ordered for 2 years. They're coming along with the equipment.
All right, but you guys want to still, even though you got 2 years replacement spare parts, but going in the future, if anything should happen, you're still going to supply spare parts.
Right, we're going to replenish it through a contract. So we're going to contract somebody for maintenance that will have the capacity to make the original parts available, and then they give us the service, then an invoice, and we'll pay upon that invoice. To avoid any kind of...
Is there any plan in the future to send Liberians with the company to be able to send Liberians there for training to be able to maintain the machines?
They're sending the expert locally. So they will be coming here locally that will help us to increase the number of persons to be trained over the next 2 years.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, let's take 4 more and then we call it a day.
Yeah.
Let's hear from this caller right here. Good morning. Good morning. Yes, you're live. 3 more after you. Quickly, please.
Good morning, Kevin Jenner. Good morning, Jeff.
Thank you.
Good morning to Mr. Brownie Sumakai. I am passing command. They are called for under the canopy of the United Party of Metro Bureau. But I may applaud the faculty outcome President Kwaka. The wisdom and the strength, the class, to a friend. And not postulate public servant as the manager for our yellow machine. For some of us who have been around the corridor, but everything in Labrador, we have new Brownie Sumakai will be somebody who has leadership ability. We know how it has to reform our army. That today, our army is one of the most civilized army in West Africa. So it is now a surprise to see the appointed as I know you put all of the framework into place to ensure that the machine being used for its intended purpose.
Okay.
And on the issue of the application, we also want to join the previous caller who come only to extend the time because they are reviewing the machine people is very, very high.
Okay. Thank you, Fasu.
Thank you, Fasu.
Thank you. Let's speak this one.
Let's hear from that caller.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, your name and where you calling from?
Good morning.
Yes, your name and where you calling from?
The name is Siagongano. I call from the GMB and GMB Dream for Better Liberia Foundation in the community alongside the UK Intellectual Bureau.
Yeah, go ahead.
So Kevin, let me commend Mr. Sumakai for his appointment and acceptance to the president's signature, project. Mr. Sumakai, my concern, I just feel they are being passed, record. I knew Public Works location in Nima, but then in the 80s, they had a hub there, and then fuel used to be getting messy. So I would recommend that in the digital time, every fuel that be dispersed, it should be tracked by a GPS system, and maintenance team should be majority should be female-oriented people that will manage.
Oh wow, female on there.
Yeah, because our males are very dangerous.
Oh, okay, thank you. Let's take this one, then we'll take the last one after. Good morning.
Good morning, Kevin. Going to the Honorable Minister Studio.
Go ahead. After you, we'll take the last call.
Thank you. Let me make this calling from what I've been rendition number 10, members of the Unity Party International Bureau.
Okay.
Let me say thank you, Honorable Minister. You know, like you rightly said, you gotta say, when you have a woman and you play less of that stuff about a woman, and another man gets that woman from you and she's productive, and I'm here trying to bring that woman out and producing. For your own boy, you say, because of who left that time, the only guy who you say, one of them do say, now what I know. I look like for our brothers from the opposition, but we are all adherents. Keep it focused. That's what you have. No, all minister, there's program for all of us. And let me say things to the president of the government. We are going to leave our countries with no high tech for just world issues. But my question is, all the ministers will have senators to tell our people. What is the mechanic you want to play? What in the rest? And we say, come on, power. So we're going to say, come on, son. No, they don't do it all. What are these things you want to play that will be very, very key? That if the country is making a decision, no one will change that decision.
A very good question. Very good question. Let's take the last one.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, your name, where you calling from?
My name is S. Joseph Fan. I am from Todi.
Okay.
Let me say thank you to the governor of Liberia for this effort. And congratulations to the minister again for his preferment.
Okay.
We are hopeful that this thing will bring some relief to our people. You know, like one caller asked earlier, I was in a corner not too long ago, and Liberian people wishing some of the machines to break down. The machine will soon break down. The machines will soon be trash.
Wow.
And I was really disappointed. I thought we were supposed to be praying for those machines to do us good, to do our roads. And our minister, I don't know why you people give Monrovia one and give other counties two.
He explained that. He explained the reason.
The explanation for me does not hold because Monrovia, the roads are dilapidated and roads in Lofa and Bomb. Go right here, Wako. Take the road from there to White Place. You'll be thinking that you're in Grand Crew. Go Todi. Go and see the roads. Except only Monrovia is not Monrovia County.
Okay.
I pray that you people will rethink.
Thank
you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, my brother. Thank you. We're not taking any more calls. We call it a day.
Thank you. I think there's a very important question from Fasu regarding, again, application forms. Okay, in the public manner, we will extend the applications until the 10th.
Okay. You should deadline was when?
This is going Friday.
Okay, this going Friday.
So the deadline has been publicly extended to the 10th of March to give those who did not apply to have an opportunity to apply. But please just follow the instructions. Don't retype the browser. They say you highlight it, cut and paste. You just cut and paste in your browser. And if you see any space in between, close the space. So there can be even the one word coming through. I'd like to thank all of the callers and to assure them and to give them the assurance that the issue of fuel pilferage, we'll try to make sure we put a mechanism in place so that those things can slow down or can be stopped. I can assure you very well that we will put the proper policy in place. First, the proper maintenance policy, the spare parts replenishment, and as well as the deployment policy that we definitely will need. We'll put a mechanism in place to utilize the skill set of the Minister of Defense through his engineering capacity to support our efforts out there, and we are in cooperation with them. We want to assure you of our cooperation with the Ministry of Public Works, the Ministry of Local Government, and all of the other agencies and ministries who are part of this particular effort. And let me assure you once again that everything will be made to ensure that the President's intent for which these machines have been brought in the country will be achieved. We consider it to be a mission-oriented assignment, meaning no excuse suffice, meaning there's no reason why it was not done. And that's the challenge we're going to give those who will be applying. So we're not putting emphasis on one side of the aisle versus the other side. No, we want to hear from you on your skill set in the application that you're doing. If you say you're applying for position X, for an example, under administration, if you want a technical manager, for an example, under administration, give us the skill set that you have acquired over time, not just a degree, but a skill set. We have some entry-level positions. If you see it, go for it and see whether you become successful, because that's where you begin. So you can go for the money or you can go for the assignment and the job activity. For the counters, we will rely very heavily on the local government that is in place, led by the superintendent, in conjunction with the representative of the districts in his county, as well as the senators in those counties, because they are the providers of the funding in order to get the job done. So we'll do the best we can on it.
Mr. Sumakai, to promote, students studying in the engineering,
right.
Are there plans to, attract some of the best, students?
I've had some discussions with the Minister of Youth and Sports. We had a very good discussion, and she has very good plans, and she wants to collaborate with us and to provide opportunity for trainees around the country, most likely MVTC. So she will make those determinations, and together we'll try to find a way to get our young people involved, so their hands-on training to get them involved in some of these things. Yes, but initially we have to have the experts there in order to train people. So that'll be the first thing we'll be doing.
Yes, Pony says you didn't address two of his concerns, whether the ship that brought the
no, we did not charter the ship.
And what becomes of Liberians with the yellow machines.
Okay, we did not charter the ship. Imagine a truck leaving from here and going to, let me just pick a county for no reason. The truck going to Grand Crew.
Okay.
The truck is very big. So Kevin Demi has his business. You have your business. He has his business and want to send goods. So all of you put your goods in the truck. When it gets to Grand Crew, they put it down. You take your own, he take his own, and he takes their own. And luckily there were journalists there, and I think Diamond from one of your sisters was very clear in how he went and got the accurate data of all of the equipment on board. And he confirmed that 137 brand new pieces was for the Liberian government. And the others were not for the Liberian government. They came for private individuals, they came for business individuals, and everybody else. So they're taking your goods from the truck. So no, Liberia did not charter the ship, and we are not even chartering the ship that is coming. The supplier is on CIF, meaning we pay for the goods, and he has to deliver it to us here in Monrovia, in Liberia, and that is the case. With regards to Liberian entrepreneurs, yes, the Ministry of Public Works is still offering contracts on the basis of its statutory duties and the budget that has been approved. So we